Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm showing you how much I spent and what I spent it on as a budgeting mum of two. As it's the weekend, I start my day by making a coffee. I would usually only have like coffee shop hot drinks if I'm meeting a friend or sometimes while I'm out and about running errands and things. I also want to stop drinking coffee, so I am going to try to transition this to peppermint tea really soon. But I fill up the kettle to get the most out of the boil, and I'm also doing this just before our electricity night tariff ends, so it costs a little bit less than boiling it during the day. And I pour my coffee, and then I fill up our thermos teapot, and that should do us for teas, etc. for the rest of the day. I then like to bring the coffee back up to bed and chill out for a bit. On this morning, I have an appointment to get my hair done at the hairdresser's. I would usually go to the gym on a weekend morning, so I put my gym clothes on in the hopes that I'll be in the mood to go after the hairdresser's. At the hairdresser's, I got both a colour and cut done, and that cost me €161.50, including tip, and I take that from my beauty sinking fund. Afterwards, we went for a walk in the woods. It was actually a beautiful sunny day. We've had a lot of rain lately, so the change in weather was definitely welcomed. I really enjoyed this walk. Such nice views as well. There's actually quite a few nice walks to do close to where I live, and this obviously didn't cost anything. I tried on some clothes that I had ordered a few days ago because I knew I would want to return some. We had already made plans to go to the cinema on this evening, which is in a shopping centre, and I'd be able to do the returns there. So I had just ordered some casual lounging clothes, like some jogger bottoms and a t-shirt. One pair of bottoms were a bit baggy and one pair were a bit tight. I'd ordered two pairs in dark brown and I decided to keep the smaller size. And the pair that were the kind of tan colour, I felt these were too snug and that I would return these. The dark brown t-shirt was also too snug. I was looking for more of a loose fit style in this colour, so I would return that too. The total for the returns comes to €42.98, and that would go back onto my personal spending. So that's a minus of €42.98. I really liked the tan pair of joggers though, so I checked online and they had the bigger size and I decided to order those. I also ordered a sweater for one of my kids. The order total was €34.98, which was $19.99 from my personal spending and $14.99 from the kids stuff. And we are still within budget in both of these categories for the month, once my refund of the other track bottoms is processed. I then get myself ready for the cinema and I'm going super comfy and casual because I'll just be sitting down for 3 hours. I want to be comfortable, so I'm pretty much just wearing loungy clothes again. My husband also stopped off at Aldi earlier in the day and did a top-up shop, which came to €34.35, which isn't filmed because obviously it wasn't me that went there. But I'm including it here because it is our spending for the day. He also picked up our cinema treats while at Aldi, so we didn't have to pay cinema prices for popcorn and sweets. Before the film starts, I need to get my returns done at H&M, which I do, and I then pop into Boots to get the kids' vitamins, and I spend €24.28 there. I then needed to go to another pharmacy to get some over-the-counter meds, so I went to McCabe's and I spent €16.40. That's a total of €40.68 from our pharmacy budget category, and that's the first we've spent from there this month, so we are within budget. We then went to the cinema. I had booked the tickets online earlier in the day and they cost €46 for the four of us. I think that's quite expensive, but we do like going to the cinema, so it's something we're willing to spend money on, and the film was really good. Parking cost €3.70, which isn't too bad. It was cheaper because the evening rate kicked in once the shopping centre closed. Overall, I found this to be a spendy day. The total spent was €321.21. €159.71 was spent from our day-to-day budget, and €161.50 was spent from sinking funds, which was money that I had already saved up in order to pay for my hair appointment. I then also had a refund of €42.98, which is from my personal spending, and that will go back into our budget. So you could say then that that brings our day-to-day budget spending down to €116.73, and then the overall spending for the day down to €278.23. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Would you view this as a spendy day or pretty average? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next one. Bye.